You're watching Bloomberg UTV.
Last week on the pitch,
I'm going to choose the team leaders, and the team leaders will pick their teams. Ankit and Saurabh.
the contestants were divided into two teams.
I would like you guys to work upon the marketing strategy and the successful launch of M3M Golf Estate.
Then in a controversial twist, Valerie and Shreyas were asked to commit corporate espionage and sabotage their own teams.
I want you to sabotage your own team.
Valerie couldn't go through with it and ignored the task.
We are the marketing team from M3M.
But Shreyas went ahead and proved his commitment to the game.
It's not just a residence, it's a lifestyle. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. We are not a country of golfers, we are a country of cricketers.
When he's actually making a bad presentation for you, and it was okay with you, as team captain, you should have stepped in and said, buddy, 1 second, I don't know what he was saying. Maybe he likes cricket more than golf, but here we are selling golf now that this golf course is ready.
In a shocking elimination, one of the favourites, Dr. Ankit, was outpitched.
We will miss you.
Shreyas, the comic book hero turned villain on his team last week. He's shown that comics are serious business, and so is he.
Hi, my name is Shreyas. I'm 27 years old. I'm an engineer MBA, and I run a company called Level 10 Comics. And this is my story.
Valerie, last week she broke her cool and composed demeanor and she was in the elimination zone. Is this the final pitch for our femme fatale?
My name is Valerie Rajitsky. I did my education there at Stanford University and was working in California for a few years before moving to India. And after a few years of working here for another technology startup, founded ZipDial.
Kunal, he's always talked his way out of the elimination zone, but he's talked all that it takes to stay on the pitch.
Hi, I'm Kunal Verma, and I'm pitching for my company, Aspirare Ventures. And our vision is to be the enabler of skill development and employment for 1 million youth across the country. I'm here to win it.
Abhinav, in the bottom three last week once again. Is it finally curtains for our boy wonder?
Hi, I'm Abhinav Mehra. I'm 21 years old. I'm studying in Narsi Monji College.
Sometimes he kind of gets a little stressed out. I think he's a young guy. He still has to see a lot of messy things.
Saurabh, avoided the red this time round, but like in business, one day you're up and the next day you're out. Does Saurabh have what it takes to get past this round of the pitch?
Hi, I am Saurabh Kandpal and I am pitching for Red Force Labs. My company Red Force Labs has come up with a full-fledged cybersecurity product from India, which is called Digital ID, which is for online banking and financial transactions. जिसके बाद अब कोई भी transaction, कोई भी e-commerce की activity insecure नहीं रहेगी.
Namaste and welcome to The Pitch, the meanest, keenest business show on television. Today you're going to meet one man you definitely have to impress if you're ever going to make it in the world of business. He's flown down from Delhi to Mumbai and is ready to meet our final five, and he'll tell you if you have what it takes to make it in the business world. Well, we've done our tasks in sales, we've done our tasks in marketing and analysis, but now we get down to the brass tacks. Numbers. Please meet the former head of UTI, former head of IDBI, and former chairman, SEBI, and current advisor to ING. Meet Mr. Finance himself, Mr. M. Damodaran. Thank you very, very much for being here. It's been a long journey for these young, bright people. They have been very anxious to hear a few words from you. So what would you like to say to them, sir?
No, I think this is a great time to be young. There was a time when I was young. India wasn't a great place at that point of time in terms of the opportunities that life presented. Today you have far more opportunities, equally far more challenges. A gender non-neutral statement. This is the time when the men and the boys are identified, right? So those that have the courage, those that have the fire in their bellies, they're the ones that will be able to stand up and be counted.
I think I'm super excited to having met him. Not just is he a banker and an executive par excellence, but he is also a very well-read, a well-informed, very practical person.
Mr. Damodaran, tell us about your early days.
I was the youngest in my class in school, did very well, topped my school. Then we had a course called the pre-university, which was a one-year course before you went in for your degree. Did very well there. And then what happened in those days, I was talking to you about it. You either became an engineer or you became a doctor or you became nothing, right? I thought I would be an engineer. Why? Because the guy in the next room in the hostel was heading for engineering college, the guy on the other side. Everywhere around me, people were dying to be engineers. So I took a shot at the IIT exams, qualified. Took me 2 years and 7 months exactly to realize that I wasn't cut out to be an engineer. So I walked out of there one fine day, then picked up a degree in economics, worked in 2 banks for 6 months each, and then joined the Indian Administrative Service, after which I didn't have the courage to make the next move for 38 years, till time took care of that, and then I superannuated, so here I am. I think the point that I was trying to make to all of you is that what looks like failure at a point of time, when you move away from what you wanted to do, might actually be a starting point for something even better, something that you were cut out to do but you didn't realize initially. At least that's my experience. It's the experience of several others that I've come across. So give it your best shot. If it doesn't work, have the courage to move out and try something else.
I was really blown away by the way he talked to us. His life story, which was very encouraging, about his failure and how that turned out to be, in the longer run, a success for him. So very inspirational, an extremely cordial man, very, very nice to us. So somebody that we can definitely look up to.
Mr. Damodaran, we'd really, really like to know what you do in your spare time.
Spare time, what's that? No, there is spare time. What I do most is I watch all the football matches that are telecast.
Coming to that,
every
yes.
single one of them.
Every single one of them?
Every single one of them, without exception.
They'd love to know your favorite team and your analysis. And
Oh, let me tell you something. It's interesting. It's a fact of life. You've all heard about the octopus that predicted Spain, right? Paul predicted Spain winning the day before the finals, and with the benefit of 8 legs, mind you. He was an octopus. In 2006, after the World Cup was over, 24 hours later, I did a review of the World Cup and I predicted Spain, and I'll give you the articles with the benefit of 2 legs. 4 years before.
My God.
So that's what I do. Maybe all of what I see somewhere it registers.
And you predict and you write?
I write, not as often as I would wish. I've stuck my neck out. I'll say it in your program. I've done this elsewhere. 2014 is Germany.
Okay.
Okay, right.
We'll remember this.
Okay.
It is really, really willing, and we're really honored to have you, Mr. Damodaran. Say this from the bottom of my heart with all the humility that I can muster. And I can tell you on behalf of these young people, this young man is, almost moved emotionally, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah? And it means a lot to them.
It means a lot for me to be with people like this. I feel younger.
Mr. Damodaran is clearly very impressive and very down to earth. He showed a lot of humility, even though he is such a powerful man.
What we need to do now is something very, very important. We need you, sir, to give them their task.
I think what you have to do today is, you started out with a dream, each of you. You had this great idea. You knew you will get somewhere. But it's not enough being clear about the destination. You need to know what is the route you'll take there, what the pitfalls are, how will you get around those pitfalls, either overcome them, sidestep them, do whatever. So this dream has to become a vision, that vision has to become reality. So now what I want to hear from all of you is, what are those detailed plans that you have? Those road maps, actions in sequential form. What are the financial implications of your thought processes? What risks have you addressed? Have you looked at it moving away from who you are? The owner of the dream, if I may call it that. Moving away, placing yourself on the other side. Have you played devil's advocate to yourself? asked yourself a difficult question, started out with the assumption that no, this won't work, listed those factors why it might not work, and then in your solution, in your grand plan, have you factored in the solutions to each of the problems that you anticipate, and all of it with numbers?
So contestants, we know you have ideas, but today you will be tested on numbers to see if you have the perfect mix of what it takes to be a business visionary. Do your numbers make sense? Can you be more than just a business idea? What are your 1-year, 5-year, 10-year plans to ensure that your ideas translate well on paper? Crunch the numbers and present it to Mr. M. Damodaran, and let's see if your numbers actually add up. Well, thanks to my generous nature, we'll be providing you with some assistance today. Mr. Manish Sehgal, partner at KPMG and your judge during the shortlisting process, will be here and will advise you on the nuances of your businesses. So clarify your doubts, and he might even help you strengthen your presentations. And for the first time on the pitch, you're working on your own. So with that, I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Difficult task, because I mean, think about it. How much time does an external person get to know your business?